Thanks for the support as a channel member, Connor McLaughlin. Something weird's happened. We're in a Champions League spot. Hello and welcome to part 111 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we are away against Leeds and at home against Brighton in the Premier League. Since you were last with me, we've gone on a sensational run of form. I think the last game you saw was the defeat against Reading. At that point, had Cernajacki been injured? Did he play in that game? So Cernajacki played in that game. Not long after, he got injured and started missing. In fact, it was injured in that game. No, it was the Reading game. So the next game, he was injured. And then something strange happened. Because without our best player, we won the game he got injured in. And then we just kept winning. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Premier League wins in a row, including wins against Tottenham and Manchester City, which, because it's all happened relatively early in the season, has led to us doing this. There's that Birmingham game where Cernajacki got injured. We were 15th at that point, and we have just leapt up the league over the course of 6 games. I'm sure it's just a little flash in the pan, but I'm enjoying it. It's a lovely flash. 15 games in, 27 points on the board already. Any fears we had of being in a relegation battle this season are almost already gone. Because we'd only really need another probably 4 wins, and we've got more than half of the season left to go. 4 more wins and we are mathematically safe pretty much, unless it's an absolute freak season. But yeah, we're looking good for a top half finish. Christian Gomez back to the top of the goal scoring charts in the Premier League again. 10 goals already for him. Looks like he's on target to improve on his goal tally from last year, playing much better football than he did last year as well. And Cernajacki is now back and fit again, as you just saw. He's back in the side following his injury. It wasn't that he was out for ages, but he missed 4 games, came on as a substitute against Man City, and his first start back was against Watford. And all of a sudden, because he's playing in a team that he was enjoying, his form's starting to come back. Although, to be fair, he did score against Reading and against got assists against Reading and against Birmingham and against Watford. So he's not scoring yet, but he's starting to play better football again. His last 3 games he started a 7.3, an 8.2 and a 7.7. So he's not quite back to last season, certainly not in terms of goal scoring, but he is looking more like last season's Young Player of the Year than he was in the last episode. So let's head to Leeds. This is the team we're taking there. And it's Mazinho in goal. A back four, Regulus, Da Silva, Henschel and Orlando. Sarmiento and Mira in midfield. Sarmiento, by the way, what a player he is. What a player he is. I know he's basically the guy who's come in and ruined Arnautovic, who I spent all that money on. And then we kind of snuck Sarmiento in right at the end of the window. And everyone said, you're not going to play Arnautovic now you've signed Sarmiento, are you? And we all knew I wasn't. But that's why. Because he's so, so good. And as far as I'm concerned, I paid 25 million for the 2 of them, for Sarmiento and Arnautovic, and that is a bargain. So Sarmiento and Mira in midfield, and then Zimmerman, Ariel and Cernajacki behind Gomez up front. We are a good team in good form. The only worry I've got is that I haven't actually opened the save for about 4 days in real life. I'm recording this Monday afternoon. I think I recorded the last part Friday afternoon, so it's not 4 days. It's like 2. I've had the weekend because I was playing in the Streamer Showdown. But you know how Football Manager likes to punish you when you come back to a a save that you've not played for a couple of days. If you were winning before you had the break, then you get punished. If you were losing, you get a nice little reward. None of this is real. It's all just nonsense that Football Manager players have their little superstitions. We're as bad as footballers. We all have our little superstitions. But if we lose today, it's because I didn't open the save over the weekend. And it's I've upset it. It was giving me good luck and good form, and I didn't reward it by continuing to play, so I'm going to get punished for it. Right. Regulus with the throw. Doesn't find Gomez. I think that's why he was aiming for Gomez there. I don't know. Zimmerman was right there. Ariel's done brilliantly to win it back though, and Gomez is clear here. And I would have expected him to score. His one-on-one record is a pretty solid one. There's 2 minutes on the clock, and both sides have already had a clear-cut chance. Which, I mean, I guess it's going to be one of those games. Where are Leeds in the league? Leeds are down in 15th place. We're 10 points ahead of them though. So it is a game based on current form. You'd expect us to go out and win, but it's Leeds away. I'd have put this down as a draw at the start of the season. That's what we'd have been aiming for. Gomez is in here from the flick on from Cernajacki. The linesman's flag stayed down, but Gomez wasn't able to apply the finish, and it's now a free kick back with De Silva. The other thing, of course, you'll have noticed is we have gone back to the 4-2-3-1 that we've used for many years now. We had, I think last episode we were still using the 4-3-3, but I lost patience with that very quickly. We signed so many attacking midfielders in the summer, and we still weren't winning games with a 4-3-3. So it just felt a little bit like if we're gonna get relegated, let's at least get relegated showing off these new wonder kid attacking midfielders, and then, wouldn't you know, playing our players in their best positions and playing our best 11 rather than the best team, just getting the best 11 players on the pitch at the same time, led to us turning our form around completely. De Silva now, looking up, finds Regulus, who plays it into Sarmiento. Zimmerman, looking for the ball across to Cernajacki, who takes it down nicely and plays it into Gomez. And there is Christian Gomez, goal number 12 for the season for him. It's Leeds 0, Bourne 1. It's almost a foregone conclusion that if Bourne are playing a football match, Christian Gomez is going to score a goal. And it's a very, very tidy finish. Good work from Cernajacki on this right-hand side. Thinks about taking it past his man, but instead just plays the pass into Gomez, who's hovering on the edge of the 6-yard box and is there to apply the finish. It's the most ridiculous form I've ever seen for a team up there towards the top of the league. We've not drawn a football match yet this season. This is the 16th game we've played this year. We've not drawn one. We've lost 6 times, but this would be our 10th win if we manage to hold on, which, I mean, it's mad. It's absolutely mad, but I'm not going to complain about it. Cernajacki with a very weird corner. That never made it more than about 3 feet off the ground, and it nearly fooled everybody. The problem is I think it did fool our players as well, and now Leeds have got a counter-attack going. Nobody is there to close down, and Mazzinho does very well to push that around the post. You'll notice Regulus is without question my first choice left-back now. He's almost been an ever-present, I think, this season. He is a little bit questionable sometimes, like he was in situations like that, where he just found himself completely out of position. But then we always had that problem with Cogney as well. And Cogney, I'm thinking maybe long-term the midfield is Cogney and Sarmiento, because Mira is the one player who's not really putting in the decent average ratings for me so far. So we are going to bring Cogney on to play in there now, drop Sarmiento back to that, and play Cogney in the middle. Zimmerman also not having the best of games, so Minic can come on for him. But that might end up being our midfield because Cogney is better in there. And I don't want to be without him. I really like him. I've grown fond of him because he's been here a while. You know what I'm like with players who've been here a while. I start to grow attached to them. Lovely flick on again from Cernajacki. That's twice we've done that same move, and both times Cernajacki and Gomez have just been too far apart, so Gomez hasn't been able to capitalise on the flick from Cernajacki. What I am a little bit confused about is I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be De Silva doing the flick-ons rather than Cernajacki, so something's going wrong with my throw-in instructions, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Cernajacki is still returning from injury. He is tiring, so we're going to bring Guven on for him. It does mean Regulus gets to stay on the pitch, where he would have been next in line to be hauled off on a 6.6 with a yellow card. Cogney would have dropped back and Autovich would have come on. But we needed to protect Cernajacki, and now Guven's picked up an injury as well, which is lovely. Really lovely. But at least we've managed to, what is that, 7 wins in a row now? Ridiculous form. And now we go and play Brighton at home and try and make it 8. This is absurd. Just one change for the Brighton game then. Orlando is suspended, so Anson comes in for a rare start at right back. In fact, how often has he started this season? I mean, he started 3 games. It's more football than he's been getting in recent years. Ridiculously, he's still showing as having a full 5-star potential. Okay, one blacked out star, but you know what I mean. He's still looking like he's got a bit of a future, even though he's 21 years old now. He needs to start fulfilling some of that potential, which I guess means someone needs to start playing him in some football matches. So hopefully he'll come and have a good game for us today. And if he does, he might keep his place because Orlando hasn't been sensational. I expect nothing but a win to keep our run of form going. I mean, Brighton at home is a match we would have budgeted to win at the start of the season anyway. They're down in 13th place. So obviously winning 8 on the trot is mad for us if we manage to do it. But actually, if you take the game in isolation, Brighton at home, you would expect us to pick up a win. And there is Mitar Sernajaki with his first goal of the season. Finally, it's taken him until the 15th of December. You would not have put money on him waiting all the way until mid-December before opening his Premier League account for the season. He scored 12 goals for us last year. But he is slowly but surely getting better and better as the season goes on, much like we are. He's getting better as the season goes on. Sernajaki's there from the long throw again. I really need to have a look at these. I don't know why Sernajaki's the man receiving them, but he's done a very good job of it there. Brings it down for Ariel, sets it up for him on a tee, and it's 2-0. An assist for Sernajaki, and we're 2-0 up inside 10 minutes, and 8 on the bounce is starting to look very good. It's a lovely little nod down from Sernajaki. A more accurate long throw from Ansong than we get with Orlando. Ansong gets none of the credit for it because it's Sernajaki who gets credited with the assist, but it was a very good long throw. Sernajaki now with a free kick. He's done that weird not getting it off the ground thing again. Is this his new way of kicking a football? Is that why he's not been playing well this season? He's been developing a new way to kick a football. He's just dancing past everyone as if they're not there. Sernajaki's back, boys and girls. We've missed him, but he is back now. Regulus now with a throw from this left-hand side. He's going to sling it into the penalty area as well. No Sernajaki there to meet it, but Sarmiento is. Ariel from range. I thought he was going to stick that in the top corner. Grab his second of the game. I'm trying to sort out that stupid league table because all of a sudden, the top of that league table is starting to look very interesting because we're 5 points clear of Tottenham, who are down in 5th place. Yes, they've got a game in hand over us, but we're not even at the halfway point of the season yet. At what point do we seriously start thinking in terms of Europe might be realistic? Because at the moment, we're doing this the way Leicester did it the year they won the league, and we're refusing to think any further ahead than, right, we're going to hit our points target. We're aiming for 40 points. Once we hit 40 points, this is beautiful from Ariel. All the foreign imports are starting to get settled into England, and they're all getting better. It's beautiful to see. Sernajaki with the in-swinging corner. There's nobody there to meet it. But yeah, we're just looking for our 40 points. Once we've got our 40 points, then I guess we set a new points target, and we've got to try and avoid getting too caught up with the idea of qualifying for Europe, especially because we're probably still another year away from having enough homegrown at club players to actually be able to put a squad together for Europe. We need the likes of Regulus and Ansong and Amlang to get their homegrown at club status. We'll have to go out and buy Robinson as well, even though he doesn't get anywhere near the team anymore, just so that we've got a body for the squad, I guess. That'll be another one. That'll be even worse than Sernajaki. Not Sernajaki, Arnautovic. Arnautovic was good. But Robinson will be even worse than the Arnautovic deal when we go and sign him for 40 million in the summer, purely on the basis that he's homegrown at club and we need him for a Europa League squad. Right, Gomez can't quite get hold of the ball there. We are struggling a little bit for possession. Brighton have had only 2 shots all day long. None of them have been on target. Neither of them have been on target, but they've had 64% of the possession in that first half. We really are playing like Leicester the year they won the Premier League. Ricardo now dancing through the penalty area, wins himself a penalty, and presumably this is going to be... Oh, it's no penalty, in fact. When was the last time you saw a penalty review go to the VAR and actually not be given? I mean, to me, it just means there's a penalty. Oh, we're going to the VAR. We're definitely getting a penalty. That feels like a new experience to me. I feel a little bit violated about having a penalty not given. Right, Brighton now coming down our left-hand side. It would be nice to get a tackle in and go and get a counter-attack going again. We were very lively for those first 10 minutes. We have sat back a little bit since then. And Brighton, slowly but surely, working their way back into this game. and we need to make sure we don't let them do it. An hour gone. I am starting to think in terms of substitutions. Of course, Zimmerman, who did start the last game, but I forgot to tell you what swapped him out because he was really poor. We had to take him off. But Ricardo's come in and hasn't been any better. And to be honest, Gomez is having a poor game as well. So this is a rare opportunity to get Amlang on the pitch. So we're going to bring Amlang and Zimmerman on. 2 German wonder kids coming on the pitch at the same time. The future of German attacking football. And now Cernajaki's picked up a knock. That is the last thing we wanted to see. He's not actually showing as an injury, but his condition has shot down. You know what? Let's put Cogney out there. He can play as an inside forward on that side, apparently. The other option would have been Robinson, but I'm keen to give Cogney as much game time as possible while I try and nail down what his position is after he's been here 4 years, because I don't want to lose him because, like I said, I'm attached to him. Right, Ansong. Looking for options ahead of him. He's confused because he can only see a left back up there. So didn't give him the ball. And now Brighton are in with another opportunity. De Silva makes one challenge. Messinho with a fantastic one-handed save. That man has got wrists of steel. He had no right to make that save the way he did. But make it, he did. And we've won this game 2-0. A very comfortable victory. The only cloud on our silver lining, that's not the way round. That phrase is done. The only cloud, I can't think of another way to phrase it, is Cernajaky might have picked up an injury, but it doesn't look like he has. It's just a bit of a knock. He might not be fit to start the next game. Oh, it's a week away. He'll be fine. He'll miss a couple of days training, and he'll be absolutely fine. We've won 8 in a row. Right, we will now come back, I guess, mid to late January. I've not got much in the way of January transfer plans. We have got money, but we don't really need anything, and we're just starting to sort out the team cohesion and settle everybody in again now. Everyone's, I think, made their way into social. In fact, there's still 4 of them not made their way into social groups, one of which is Gomez. Gomez needs some friends, so I'm not desperate to add players to the squad. That being said, if the right players come up, we'll probably make some signings and show you them tomorrow. If you've enjoyed that, though, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.